drive
imagine-
me.
So imagine
That's not gonna happen.
that
That
was
was
very
just
like, thought of
working
that,
on
knowing
that.
that,
So-
It's true when they say it gets easier, but it gets easier in a different way. The frustration's still there, the anger still comes. You get to these points where you just like, you gotta let go. Take a pillow, hit it, go for a run. I still go through it on a daily basis, but I learned about one thing about myself. Well, I've learned a lot of things about myself, but one thing I'll say is that always surrounding myself with the wrong people. And when the right people came around, somehow, some way, I find myself drifting away again.
I was really happy, and it was a way to cope with things that I didn't even realize I was coping with. And it wasn't until after Crank that I was looking back like, oh, wow. Okay, so I had the recipe right in the beginning. It was work out when you feel shitty, work out when your friends aren't answering you, show up at Crank. There's always a support team, and there's always people out there that want to get moving and also feel good. So it's funny because it's not that I found it later. I had it in the beginning. And then when I didn't have it, I was like, oh my gosh.
But that was like, those 3 months were life changing for me. I had many epiphanies about myself, my life, because I didn't even go in there for my eating disorder. I went there for anxiety. I was having panic attack after panic attack that couldn't work. And I just came out like a different person. I mean, I still had years of work that I needed to do to deal with a lot of things, but it just set the stage for so much.
say 50%. I'm just throwing out a number. You can only give 50% of that love for others. And this is even including your children.
Right.
Just the thought of that and knowing what, we've done.
And like, I was bullied, like in front of everyone, like stuff like that. And never knew until I was older. And she was like crying, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, because you don't give a fuck about my feelings.
And getting divorced,
I had
starting
a
a business,
trauma
Right?
response.
Like,
very, like,
just even
I wasn't
thought about like
working
that,
as a
knowing what,
counselor
we
yet, so I'm